My name is Artrell. My name means intelligence, proud, hopeful, and lighthearted. I am a king. My name is unique, a unique outlet to a beautiful flat but spheric rock called Earth. Birth to a fucked up situation called life, which I survived 17 years, 18, 19, and counting. My name is confident, confident to my skills and confident in my actions. Confident is what makes my name. My name is angry, angry from the roots of fire that burns from the bottom of hell. And poorness and oppression and pimping people to hate each other. My name is childish, to the fun of me not wanting to grow up, to live a hard life, and as I see my city go through. My name is brave, brave to the point where I noticed that I survived the purge of my streets to a mini torpedoes flying hurricane speed at me, yet misguided by a guardian angel. Goofy to being so used to it, laugh it off like it was just a comedy story I pictured my head in. My name comes from the roots of heaven, sent to be a thought of representation, a passionate, resilient, enthusiastic kid who will always move at his own. I am a king. My name is Artrell.
My name is Angelia, and my poem is called Smile. My smile, a way to tell the world I'm okay, even if I'm not. My smile is a book. It tells a story without me talking. My smile is a book, with the teeth as the cover photo, not knowing what the words are inside. My smile is a book. As soon as you open it, there is no need to read. My smile is a book, with the accent as the hook and my laugh as the climax. My smile is a book, with my struggles as the chapters. If I told you my story, your heart might shatter. I'm currently flipping through these pages called life, waiting to get called home. But maybe home is someone or something you've never known. So maybe my plot is unfinished. Maybe next chapter I'll get called home. But for now, this is my smile, put together as a poem.
I am from a beautiful struggle, from street life curfews, and you gotta get yours on your own regardless. I am from tropical hibiscuses, whose petals and vibrant colors remind me of my grandparents. I am from faith and belief in God. I am from soul food of souls and spice. I am from pain of hard work and having to have yourself when no one else could. I am from a beautiful struggle.
Hi, my name's Emily. The day you left and gained your wings, my heart just broke in two. I wish you could have stayed with me, but heaven needed you. You left me with the memories, and I love you dearly still. No matter how much time goes by, you know I always will. You were a very special person with kindness in your heart, and the love we had together grows stronger now we're apart. I know I could not bring you back, although I wish it every day, but a piece of me went with you the day you went away.
My name's Yahaira, but on the outside, you won't see the bottled tears, or hear the silent screams, or know that my grandpa's death really hurt me. And you'd never guess that sometimes I wish I could get rid of all the pain. But maybe, just maybe, it's all part of God's plan.
My name is Kiara Omran. They take your mind and they manipulate it. They take your spirit and they reconstruct it. They take your heart and they trample upon it. They take the definition of individuality and make you rememorize it as a silly fantasy. You're nothing more than a disposable toy in this wonderful world of reality for all the players to see as they break down your humanity.
Hi, my name is Jacob, and I'll be doing Half Famished. Preheating a pot to serve a meal, which meal has no ignition. Metal that is not warm, yet remains as mere ice. A chill that emerges from emptiness. One that survival will be continuous. Acidic water that shall not be quelled until satisfied. Can a larva fly without wings? Can it simply break free from its cocoon? Time is what it requires. Being cocooned was the singularity. Effort and strain was its requirement. Growing up seemed more of a waste, yet remaining as itself was more than expectations. Time to place motions into action. Patience to bear the weight. Fortitude to remain wholesome. Consciousness to know when the first sign of harm bears fruit. Level-headed to remain with clear thoughts. Each piece needed in order to sprout forth.
My name is Enrique. Behind closed doors, I see people who try to slander you and try to make you someone who you're not. I hope one day they'll learn to actually love themselves and actually be a leader for once in their life and stop being a follower.
My name is Alejandro Soto and this is my poem. Behind closed doors, I notice people with paper skin have at each other over the stupidest things and speak behind others. I hope to see people change to the right mindset and stop worrying behind others.
My name is CJ. For no apparent reason, I don't know why. Seems like every night in the piece someone dies. I grind every day to make something of my life. I don't want to die in the streets by a gun or a knife.
My name is Rafael. The inside we fear, everyone says they're okay. In reality, no one ever says how they really feel.
I never leave the house without my tool and knowledge because that's the only things I count on in a sticky situation in the dark, cold nights.
Going through it lately, I've been through hell lately. I'm tired of this shit, feel like my own parents hate me. This same shit always happen no matter how hard I'm trying. Mama said she'll always be here knowing damn when she lying. I might sound dramatic, I'm just speaking how I feel. Man, I seen it all, now these wounds never heal. I got demons in my body, but I'm still standing tall. Tell me why does this happen? I'm just out here trying to ball. I'm smiling on the outside, but the inside's a wreck. Man, I'm paying for my sins, I guess this is what I get, I'm hella stressed. I ain't suicidal though, I'ma still do me. I'm still that nigga Vicky Bo. It's a fucked up world. Will I make it to heaven? It's all in God's hands, cause it ain't no telling. I'm just trying to do good for the whole entire world. I don't care if you a guy and I don't care if you a girl. Smoke a blunt for the stress. Be like, hey, shit, let's smoke some. Circle hella small, I really don't fuck with no one. I die for my respect. You better give me some, I grind for my family. I can't wait till the money comes.
I was born with your name when I was a baby. I wonder why you even had me if you wasn't gonna raise me. I'd be having hard times thinking about you leaving me in the past. Man, that shit really hurt me. You was supposed to be my dad. I remember all the times I was watching mama sad. She telling me all the times you should beat her in the past. I was born at you, but my mom just from day one. I thank her every day for raising me as the only son. I wake up every day praying just to live another day, cause you never know when that bullet could come across your face.
Lost kid, that's me. Want love for me. You were the one, the best for me. Gave you everything, gave you all of me. You in my life, I felt very blessed. Missed the days you would lay on my chest. I was a bird and you were my nest. Now it's over and I wish you the best. Not gonna lie, you still on my mind, cause I loved you, girl, you were one of a kind. Now I'm saying fuck all this love shit. I've been fucked up since the day we split. Now I'm saying fuck all this love shit. Now I'm all alone and it don't make sense, yeah. Lost kid, that's me. Lost kid, that's me, like.
My name is Shara. Real success is when you push yourself for what you want, when you want something really bad, and when not having it in your life makes you feel incomplete. It's time to work a little harder to finally climb up that ladder. It's gonna take time, but nothing in life comes to us easily.
We are all taught that African Americans run fast, that all African Americans jump high, that all African Americans are good at sports, that all African Americans are good fighters. We are taught that all African Americans will end up in a prison or in a grave, but truth is not all African Americans will be good at these things. We are told that all African Americans blah blah blah. We should be told that every race can.
I'm Jade Young. One day, when I have a son, I'll make sure he doesn't have to hide, to be tough and still never hide his emotions from people. Men are still crying is the bitch move, to hide the tears and fake tough. Do not believe the hate people give. They want you to be fit, play sports, never cry, don't be a pussy, look masculine, be a man. But I want you to be yourself. To cry when you need to and always feel open. Do not believe the hate people give.
My name is Savannah Kessel, and this poem is called Violence. Violence is a word that just the sound makes people tremble. When people hear this word, they render. A feeling or emotion that leaves you speechless and distraught. A hug of hatred and pain. An awful embrace from a person who you soon realized was evil. That face that you never forget. The horrible refuge that became upon your heart, providing anything but shelter and security. There is nothing in this world nowadays that doesn't involve violence.
No justice, no peace, no crooked police or government, or even people with nasty, unkind hearts that rot like onions in an empty house that is without love, without patience, and without kindness. The house that all the kids try and avoid. The house that the parents work every single day to keep. This word is like stabs in the gut, and this word makes everyone's heart beat almost out of their chest. Violence is a word that sounds like a gunshot, like a mother screaming because her child was just taken from her by people who involve themselves in violence, like a teen who is scared to walk the streets of the town they grew up in because they are so scared of what might happen to them while they walk. The teens of color who cower down and become nervous while walking by or passing a cop because they don't know for sure if they are safe or that day will be their last. Violence must end now. Children and adults should not be scared to live life. They need to have fun and be happy no matter what they do and no matter where they go.
My name is Savannah Lee, and I'm presenting the poem War. My mind is like a war, battling between the peace that I want and the resistance that brings me to a destructive lair. Images of a stillness found in the most untampered terrain, where freedom tastes like happiness and the ease of life only leads me to appreciate my ability to conquer what once conquered me. Competing with the bombs of limitations can be a grueling trudge, but only serves to strengthen the combative tactics. It is a daily battle, but I will not be defeated.
My name's Caesar. There was a time that I found courage when I went swimming. I seen everybody jumping off cliffs, so I wanted to see how far I looked down from up there. I climbed a rigged hill. It was just like rock climbing. When I got to the top, I looked down and I got scared. It was getting late and everybody was already packing up. I had a choice to make, to stay there or jump, so I jumped. Life is like a rigged hill, climbing up to a view. It's hard, sweaty, and it can be a struggle, but at the end of the outcome, it will be beautiful.
Hi, I'm Kanaya, and I'm doing a poem about heartbreak. My words of rage are trapped in my throat, choking to come out. Feels like a barbed wire planted around my mouth. The suspect has hurt me with his aggressive choice of words. I am a victim of a troubled train wrecked relationship, only wishing that the taste of the bullshit he's feeding me would go away, but it lingers. So I fall into a deep depression, followed by my own tears and sorrow. Praying I'll be okay, I've turned into this weak-minded woman. I feel so pitiful. My heart, it's so cold I could freeze over hell. I've learned to trust no one and not let anyone walk over me. I'm like the flowers in the gardens of beautiful plants. I am a human with feelings, and I have roots. I have bloomed into a beautiful woman with ambition. I left our relationship. No more looking back, but only looking forward. Head up, chest out, I overlook my past. I am no longer a victim. I am a survivor to the abuse of my mental.
My name's Gabe. This poem is about life is like a war. It is a jungle filled with armed humans, always ready for battle. Children getting ready with their bulletproof vests as they go to school, only to walk the prison gates. More and more come across humanity every day. And humanity are always prepared to help, prepared to serve, but not everybody wants to help.
Home is a war zone. It's like going through the Amazon jungle blind, landmines tied in the floorboards. It's like no police, like me in Chirac. The arguments is like getting your teeth punched out. We're getting beat on, it's like getting shot by an AR-15. By the time the war is over, sign a peace treaty, and everything goes good for now.
Be who you needed when you were younger.
Hey, look. I'm a young beast from east to East Oakland. Leave and come back, still got my own slogan. See me cut the cheese, cut the bread like my name is Logan. I'm floating through the struggle, known fact, call it Proven. Hey, Black King, Rocky Road, head above my shoulders. Black team, Rocky Road, holding up them boulders. Young nigga, optimistic, too close to mystic, yet exquisite. To approach it, you gon' need a ticket. Ooh. I feel like that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.